What's up guys, Mindfulment here, and I don't have a skip plan for today, so today I'm just going to rant about something. Now you can probably tell by the title and the thumbnail, I'm talking about streaming services. The decline of streaming services. Or in some words, the increase in streaming services. These platforms, I'm not going to say any names specifically, but the big platforms, actually no, fuck, I'm going to say names. The Crunchyrolls, the Hulus, the Netflixes, the Disney Pluses, the Amazon Prime's. These streaming services that multiple people use on the daily. Is it just me, or does it seem like these platforms are always increasing their prices, yet always removing things off the platform? And there's one specifically that I'm going to talk about later, but we'll get to that. Now look, I don't know much about business, but I know that there needs to be supply and demand with every business. No matter whether it's food, cars, technology, whatever, there needs to be supply and demand. And with streaming services, it seems like the supply is low, but the demand is high. But where's the demand for the increasing prices? Now, before anyone starts saying anything like, oh, he just doesn't want to pay for streaming services, he just wants everything to be free, that's not the case at all. I understand that at the end of the day, everyone needs to make their money, right? I get that. But when you're a streaming service and you keep removing stuff off your platform, but at the same time you keep increasing your price, less and less people are going to want to pay for your services because they can just get the same thing somewhere else for a much better price. And to make up for them taking away a lot of these shows, they start implementing shows no one wants to see in the form of originals. Now I'm not gonna lie, there are some originals that are pretty good shows, some are even bangers, but most of the time it's shit that no one wants to see. And the biggest example of this is Hulu. Hulu originals. I don't think I've ever watched a single Hulu originals anytime that I've bought Hulu. I don't think anytime I've watched a single Hulu original. But Hulu is the worst one when it comes to increasing price without increasing content that people actually want to see. I don't know if you guys remember this, but Hulu actually used to be free. But this was back in like 2011, 2012 when Hulu was free. They were even advertising on YouTube like, hey, watch full episodes of your favorite shows on our website for absolutely free. But the only reason they did that was because they were just starting out. Then they finally realized their worth. They're like, wait a minute, we're providing a whole bunch of value to our consumers. We should be charging for this. And, no one really complained. Or at least not many people complained. And that's what they did. They started charging for Hulu. But when I started using Hulu, they were charging $4.99 a month. $5 a month just to access their services. And I was like, cool. But every couple months, every like 6 to 8 months, they would keep on updating their price. They would go from $4.99 to $5.99 to $6.99 to $7.99 to $8.99 and finally to $9.99 for 1 month of Hulu. With ads, by the way. $9.99. And that's what actually prompted me to make this video. There's nothing wrong with increasing your price if you're adding more value to your business. There's nothing wrong with that. But when you're not adding value and you're just taking away more stuff that people actually want to watch, and then just putting in your originals, which I'm not even sure if anyone's even watching these Hulu originals, and not just Hulu originals, Netflix originals. Well, I think Netflix originals are mainly just like comedy specials, and a lot of people love comedy specials. But we're focused on Hulu right now. I can tell you right now, the main reason why I even purchase Hulu right now is because of stuff that Hulu does not own. It is not because they're original. Now you're probably wondering, well, Mindful, you do realize that sometimes they have to let go of some of these shows because they can only hold the license for them for a certain amount of time. And that's true. That is true. There are some shows that they can't, keep on that platform for a very long time because they only agreed to have it on there for a certain amount of time. I understand that completely. But again, how does that equate to an increase of price? You're losing shows, but you're increasing your price. The only reason I even still purchase Hulu is because, number one, they haven't went to $10.99 yet. Number two, there's still stuff I want to watch on there like Family Guy, American Dad, and anime. Speaking of anime, Crunchyroll. Crunchyroll. Now Crunchyroll, you're not the only one that does this. Hulu does it sometimes too, but I am going to talk about it. Why in the fuck do y'all think someone wants to watch season 2, 3 of an anime that they've never watched before without having season 1? Who wants to do that? I don't want to do that. If I'm just starting an anime, I'm going to be lost as fuck. There are so many shows on Crunchyroll that will either have just season 2 and 3, just season 3, or the weirdest one of all, season 1, then season 3. Crunchyroll, if you're going to license anime, if you want to license a new anime to your site, make sure you at least get the first season. Make sure you at least get the first season. I'd rather have season 1 available to me and not have season 2, 3, 4, 5, whatever, than to have season 2, 4, and 7, but none of these seasons in between. Now, I wouldn't complain about the store, but I don't use Crunchyroll store. I just literally use it for the, subscription service to watch stuff. But I know a lot of people are complaining about the store not getting their stuff too, so there's that. Yeah, that was my rant for today. Sorry it came off a little bit meanish, but honestly, that's just how I feel. I feel like the price of something shouldn't increase just because you want it to increase. I feel like there needs to be a reason. Like, you can't just increase the price of a 10-piece chicken nugget by $2 and then have people expecting the same thing. Like, something needs to increase. Either the quality of the chicken nuggets, the amount of sausage you get with the chicken nuggets, like something needs to change. But that's just my opinion. Let me know in the comments if you guys agree with what I'm saying. Anyways, thank you guys for watching. I want you guys to stay safe, stay positive, and remember, be mindful.